I'm bringing in a guest host. That's right, a co-host, guest host, whatever you want to call it. And it's Lilia. Just to, spoiler alert, it's Lilia. Now, there are several ways you could look at this as why I'm doing this. Could be that ratings are in the toilet. I've scraped the bottom of the barrel and I need a co-host. When Newman and Kramer are talking about when Kramer has his talk show and they talk about the idea of a guest host and Kramer doesn't like that. So it could be out of desperation. Sometimes they do that in the entertainment industry. They bring in guest hosts. So it could be that. It could be just that I need a break. This is too much weight for me to carry. The burden is too great. It's a cross to bear doing this all by myself, week after week, day after day, sometimes month after month, how frequently or infrequently I do it. I prefer to see it as that I'm bringing in a guest host in my never-ending quest to entertain you people and just to give you something a little bit different instead of looking at me all the time, which you should still do, even when Lily is here, I'm not sure. Focus on me. But I think what we're going to do, what I know we're going to do is we're going to unbox Kiss Alive. And then we're going to talk about Kiss Alive. She doesn't know this. She has no idea. I told her or invited her to come over. Didn't tell her. I asked her to come over. And I just said we're going to do something. And I said something YouTube related. So she doesn't know what it was or what it is. And she said, well, first of all, of course, I have to make everything into a story. We met because of Kiss in 1999 or 2000. I think we agreed it was 2000. We met online because of Kiss. I moved here. We got married. Everything that we have in our 23 or 24 year relationship is due to Kiss. I did a whole video of this 7 years ago, something like that. You can find that elsewhere, whereas old people say elsewhere. And so a couple of days ago when I told her that I had bought all these kind of Kiss records recently, she said, I should get a record, a Kiss record, because she got a record player for Christmas a couple of years ago, a cheap, shitty one like mine. I bought her the Beatles double white album for her birthday, I think 2 years ago. And so she said, I should get a Kiss album. She said I should get Alive. And I said, I just saw Alive on Amazon the other day for 604 pesos, which is a great price because I paid 2,000 pesos for it last year. Couldn't find it anywhere, and I finally found it. It was like 90 bucks US. And then I saw it on Amazon while I was searching for all these other ones I bought for 30 bucks US. That's almost 1/3, from 90 to 30. And so she said, she kind of said as a joke, because it's both of our favorite albums. She said as a joke, I don't know if it was a joke or not. She said, you should buy it for my birthday or something. I said, yeah, whatever. And her birthday is, now I thought, okay, you know what? I'm going to do that. I didn't say that, but I thought it. So I did. I ordered it and it came. That was the box that came when I was doing the Dress to Kill unboxing 2 episodes ago, and I got a delivery in live time in the video. That was the guy bringing Alive. So that's what I'm going to do today. And she doesn't know that. I'm going to give her the box. Well, I'll explain that in a minute. I lost my train of thought. What was it? Anyway, yeah, so I thought, I originally ordered it that was on Saturday when we went to get the Rod Stewart tickets and the Metallica album and that whole screw up. And so I ordered it that night, and it came here on, I don't know, a couple of days, Tuesday, I guess it was. And my intention was to give it to her on her birthday. Now, I'm really bad at keeping secrets. I mean, I can keep secrets, but surprises or anything, like when I buy things for people, I always want to share it with them right away. I don't like every gift I've ever bought for Lily, for her birthday, for Christmas, for anything, I've always spoiled it because I just get so excited I can't keep it a secret. I'm like a child in many ways. And so when this came here, I thought, I can't wait until her birthday. Her birthday's in like October or June. Could be as late as December, I'm not sure. But however, whenever it is, I can't wait that long. And I realized that when I got the box, and I wanted to see it too. So I thought I can get her and we can do this. So she's coming here soon. I'm recording this before she comes, so I don't have to explain all this in front of her. I shouldn't have to explain all this anyway. So she'll be here shortly, and she's going to do the unboxing. Now, see, even as I said, I can't keep a secret. When I asked her yesterday, I said, "Can you find some time to come here because I want to do something?" And she said, "Okay, what and when?" I said, "I don't want to tell you." And so I said, I want to do a video for YouTube. And she said, "Okay, tomorrow," and which is today. And she said, "What is it? Give me a hint." And I said, "Nope, not giving you a hint." I thought, yes, I'm going to be strong about it. And then I thought, I can give her a little hint. And I just said, it's not even a hint. I just said, I'm not giving you any hints, but I'm just going to tell you when you're finished, you're going to feel more alive than you've ever felt before. And I thought, there's no way she'll, clue into that. And she said, this was texting, she said, "It's Kiss Alive." I think she put 3 exclamation points. And I was like, shit, did I give it away? Maybe my subconscious, I wanted her to know. So she's kind of on to me, I think. But then I kind of tried to throw off the track a little bit too. Madonna tickets go on sale tomorrow. And Madonna's like her #1 top of the list of artists she wants to see. So I said, oh, maybe we're going to talk about Madonna. It's going to be a surprise. So she was, I think, kind of questioned. So I think I got her back off the trail of Kiss. So she should be here shortly. I'm going to stop the video now. And when she comes back, I'm just going to, boom, get right to it. So next thing you're going to see is me with somewhere. Lily is going to be here. I told you, here she is. She got here moments ago. This is a fresh, impromptu, ready to go. How do you feel?
Nervous. I don't know what's going on.
She doesn't know. As I mentioned, she has no clue. She says she has no clue. Any guesses what this is?
Something to do with Kiss or my mentioning of wanting to go to Madonna.
Madonna or Kiss. Okay. Well, I think the first thing we can do before we can talk about anything, you have to do something.
Okay.
And I'm going to get it right now. It's behind the camera. You didn't see it.
That's a box.
It is a box.
Okay.
The people that are watching this, at least some of them...
They know what's in the box.
Yeah, I think so. No, they know exactly. I talked about it in the introduction.
Okay.
You are going to open it.
Okay.
All right. And I've got a tool here.
Okay.
Don't drop it, please. All right. I will...
Maybe you cut this.
She has a tendency to drop things. Would you say that's accurate?
Yes.
Drop things, knock things over, spill things.
In my defense, my hands are very small. Smaller than normal.
Yeah, that's a good defense.
So it's not much holding surface.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. Are you cutting this or my hands?
Go ahead.
Maybe can you hold it a little bit?
Don't
It's pretty big
slice
for
me
my-
open. Don't gut me like a fish.
Oh,
Try not to cut yourself open, but especially don't cut me open.
especially not you.
Why are you using your fingernails?
Because I'm used to that.
All right, yeah, you got it.
I'm not sure that I'm getting
Why don't you do it from the other side?
done because I don't want to stab
it's
you.
okay.
And also I'm nervous, and when I'm nervous I don't cut well.
All right, and now give
Also
it a
when I'm nervous
slice
I
down the
laugh,
middle.
so hold it please.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot do this holding and cutting at the same time. No.
I'll get my fingers out of the way.
I'm very nervous.
Okay. Hand me the
A little
knife.
bit here.
Just go like that. Oh, she handled it handle first. All right, safety first. She
My
remembers
mommy
that.
taught me.
Are you holding it? I'm gonna let it go.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, a very big box. I'm sweating. Okay, am I getting
Okay,
this?
hold that. I'm gonna throw this on the floor over here. The cat immediately goes in there. This is there it is there. Just tear it. No, from here. That tab.
I like surprises. surprises, but I also don't like them because I get very anxious.
You done ruined it already. That's supposed to just come off in one.
I know, I'm
quick
not.
tear.
The thing broke.
Just throw it on. No, hold on. Before you do that, something I didn't say is that I mentioned that we met because of Kiss. For those of For those who don't know, we were married. We're not now. We separated years ago, 5 years ago, but we still do things like this together. And so you'll figure it out. Okay, go ahead. She's my ex-wife.
Oh my God. Is this for me? Is this for me?
Look at her, assuming that it's for her. You don't realize that I just want to talk about it?
You have that?
Yeah.
And then, oh yeah, you said you bought this. Okay, so this is not for me. What am I doing?
Look at her just assuming that it's hers right away.
What's going on?
And she is correct.
It is mine.
That's yours. I mentioned that in the video. I bought that for her. I bought it. Do you remember we talked about this on Saturday? You said you wanted a Kiss record?
Yeah.
I took care of shit that day.
I was going to add. Did I say I wanted Alive?
We were talking earlier today, texting. I said, if you could have one Kiss record, what would you have? And what did you say?
I said the first Kiss. And I also said Destroyer or Love Gun. Did I say that?
Yeah, you said
the
those.
Two that are kind of illustrations.
Don't drop that. You're very casual about it.
And then I went back and I thought I would like this because it's like super important. And maybe Dress to Kill also. I like them all.
Dynasty?
No, not really.
Oh,
I mean, even though Dynasty is one of my favorite albums, I don't love the cover.
X-Ray
I
Eyes.
go for the cover.
So it's a combination of the record, the music, and the cover?
This is a piece of art. Oh, let me give you a thank you hug. Oh, I'm very excited.
You gotta. We don't actually have markers like TV shows, but come on, you're drifting.
Oh.
That is yours. I couldn't wait until your birthday. You know that I.
Yeah.
What do I suck at more than anything?
Keeping secrets.
Not secrets, surprises. I can keep secrets. I can't keep surprises.
Yeah, when you showed me that you had bought the Dynasty, not Dynasty, Dress to Kill album, I said, I would like to have an album because I have a record player, a turntable, that I just bought. But I have some.
No, you got it for Christmas like 2 years ago, no?
But I never bought a Kiss album because I was a child when they were around and I was into Madonna, I guess. Wow! But I am very excited to have this.
This is the one.
And I love the cover.
Yeah, of course.
Love the cover. For anybody who doesn't know, I've talked about this many times. This is the greatest album ever recorded. Not the greatest Kiss album, not the greatest live album, the greatest album ever recorded for me, right here, Kiss Alive. Are you somewhat? And also it has some of my most favorite songs in the world.
We're going to talk about it.
The two albums that I say that I like because of the cover, I don't really love the songs. Like, I don't love Destroyer.
Oh.
I don't really like all the songs. I hate that song. I like King of the... No. What's the one?
Yeah, King of the Nighttime World.
King of the Nighttime World, yes. But the other ones are like, I don't love them. So I like the cover, but this is a perfect...
Yeah. And I don't know if you remember, I mentioned this earlier. Do you remember I got this in Arizona last year? And it was like $90 US. It was 2,000 pesos or 1,800 pesos. Mm-hmm. This was 600 pesos.
Really?
All of a sudden on Amazon...
If you found this at Mix-Up, how much would this be?
Well, you wouldn't find it. It would be... It's hard to say. Mix-Up. I thought we would get away without talking about Mix-Up. It wouldn't be less than 1,800?
Yeah, for sure. Like normal albums of like Adele.
Yeah, when we were there.
600.
Yeah, no, 800.
Like
8 or 9. When we were there last week, I looked at. They had Master of Puppets, Ride the Lightning. I don't know, a couple of other ones. They were 800 or 900. This was 600, and it's a double album. And I don't know if you know, this also has the cool booklet inside too.
Yes, and it is historical value. It has historical value.
It's funny. I like because I
First
never
album
had an
I ever
album,
got. This is well documented. The first record I ever got in my life was this.
because I never had the album. I don't know what comes behind, and I just saw that it says Kiss uses Gibson guitars and Pearl drums because they want the best. Huh. And I have a Pearl drum set. Do I open it? Oh,
Yeah.
I open it.
Don't be
I mean,
one of
I
those
do- I
people
do want
that
to open
buys
it,
it and
but
then doesn't open it.
I
It's
want
meant to be listened
cherish
to.
it.
It's got the sticker. Knowing you, you'll keep the sticker,
I want
right?
to
You'll keep the wrapper. Here, take the.
I don't want to cut it.
Man, come on. You go in the gap. There's a gap. I'll do it. You can hold it.
See. I guess this feeling of opening these records, I haven't had that feeling in many years.
Here you go.
Oh, I remember.
Show it. Hold it up.
I loved
Carefully.
Ace Frehley and Gene Simmons writing their print. Can you see? Can you see? Look at everything.
All right. Let's see the guts inside. Oh, that booklet. That's why I bought it. I wanted that booklet. I had this in 1976.
How is
Lost-
this not the coolest?
Yeah, lost the
Logo.
booklet, or I don't know what happened to it, but it was gone.
Mm.
At some point in the 80s, it was gone.
This is both
Yeah.
disco and heavy metal, both things I like. Oh my god, this is just so beautiful.
Go through it a little bit. Show it page by page.
We have Gene Simmons, Peter Criss. This I never saw. Ah, yeah.
Cool collage.
Wow. From Stanley, Ace Frehley.
She has a crush on Ace Frehley. Of all people,
Not anymore. I used to.
she has a crush on Ace Frehley.
I
And James
like this.
Hetfield. The two guys with the worst acne. She likes them the
Well,
most.
about Ace Frehley, one can't help but getting attracted to talent. He was a very
A lot of
talented
talented people. Paul
And I love
Stanley
his
is talented.
costumes. I love the space thing. I don't know. I can't explain it.
And the actual
No, no, no.
records, they have the well, you can show the
Casablanca.
purple Casablanca label. When I had these or this album in 1976, the first record, and let's go through this. I can do this Stone Cold. Deuce, Strutter, Got to Choose, Hotter Than Hell, Firehouse, Side 2, Nothing to Lose, Come On and Love Me, Parasite, and She. That record was the sand-colored label, Casablanca label. And then the second record, first side is Watching You, 100,000 Years, Black Diamond, Turn It Over. And you got Rock Bottom, Cold Gin, Rock and Roll Night, and Let Me Go Rock and Roll. It was this purple. But it seems that on this, are they both? I think they're both purple. Yeah, they're both purple. Mine had sand color on the first disc and purple on the second.
A side note, when I lived in New York in 1997, I lived very close to the Electric Lady Studios.
Oh,
And they're very small. The entrance is like 4 meters wide.
oh, okay.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Ooh, are we having trouble already? It's hard. It's like a map, you know. Remember the old days when there were maps and you could never fold
You
it
cannot fold it.
correctly. I'm having a hard time getting this to. I'd like a sleeping bag.
It's like they make
You
them
can never roll a
exactly-
sleeping bag properly.
They make them exactly the same size.
You
and
still
of course
can't.
they need
Yeah,
like
you
1
still can't. It's
millimeter.
all ripply like that.
Yeah.
All right, now something else. I'll put this here.
There's nothing on the other sleeve, right? It's just the
No,
booklet on the
no,
side.
just the record. So, how many of my videos have you watched?
Oh, many.
Really?
Yeah.
Of this?
Oh,
I want to
the
talk
album?
about this
No,
album.
no, because I don't know the album.
Yeah,
very
she's
well,
not going
and I'm
to care
not
about
into
me
a lot of
talking
music.
about a lynch mob, wicked sensation, or
Yeah.
whatever. All right. Well, what I do, I talk about the albums track by track. Every song. So we're going to talk about every song. We don't need the record to know this because we know. I've talked about this many times. So I'm going to hand the controls over to you. I'll add some comments, I'm sure. But this is more about you talking about Kiss Alive track by track. Add whatever you want to say. You're talking about the records. I will. First one is Deuce.
Okay.
The
First
live
one,
version.
excuse me, because sometimes I still make mistakes in English. Interrupt. Sorry.
Okay, first song, Deuce.
Oh, I love the opening.
The opening of the song,
Of
or
the
you
song.
wanted the best, you got
No,
the
no,
best,
of the
hottest
sound.
and Kiss.
Yeah, of the sound.
Feel free to sing any guitar parts.
Well, I mean, I know that's not the opening. I know that that's the middle. I don't know what to say. It's just I remember when I had my first Kiss album. The first Kiss album that I had was like a greatest hits, which is horrible because you don't know what song came in what.
You're gonna
Back
stand out of
then,
frame. You keep drifting over.
back then I didn't
It's like
have
you're in the
much
undertow.
knowledge of Kiss, so I didn't know what songs came in what album. But I like those a lot because it came in that greatest hits album, and I don't know. I just love the rhythm, and I love the kind of like what is that, the riff. Dun, 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 dun,
I have no idea what song you're singing. Nothing, no Kiss song sounds like what you're singing.
That's Deuce. Whenever I sing, you never understand what I'm singing. I'm sure people know.
Sing it louder.
No,
And what part
please
is this?
don't make me sing. It makes me very nervous. I am camera shy, so I can't sing. No. That's the guitar solo. Okay, sing the guitar solo of Deuce.
The solo?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't even think of the
It's
solo.
more than Deuce.
She's worth a deuce.
That's what I'm singing.
That's not the solo.
I mean, well, what do you call it?
The
That's what I
riff.
was calling.
But you were saying dun 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 dun,
I
dun
hear
like
it
you were in a rodeo or
differently.
something.
It's not a rodeo.
All right.
Okay, next song.
Strutter.
Strutter, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah. that
I
was-
like it, but it's not my favorite.
Okay.
I need to remember the whole song. Do you like that, Strutter?
When I was a kid, I talked about this. I've talked about. I did a live when I think I've talked about this so many times. For me and probably most people, my opinion of some songs, I like it more than I did when I was a kid. Some of them I like less. Strutter was amongst my favorite. I didn't like Deuce that much when I was a kid. I loved Strutter. It's the opposite now. I love every single song. To be very clear, even whatever my least favorite song on this album is, I still love it. But yeah, now Deuce is one of my top whatever Kiss songs ever. I still love Strutter, but I don't like Strutter as much as I did when I was a kid.
To me, it's different. I like Deuce more. Strutter, it's a good song, but I don't love it. I don't listen to it and go, I
You
like
don't
it.
crave
it's
it
fine.
like some other ones?
Yeah, no.
All right.
Okay.
Got to choose.
I don't like it.
What?
I know it's one of your favorite ones, and I think you put it in my cell phone because the other time I was looking at all my Kiss songs in my phone, and I was like, why do I have got to choose? And
I thought you
gave me
liked that
song.
one. Hold on.
No,
Let's.
Not really.
Let me try to predict her favorite Kiss songs, not from this album, but overall. X-Ray Eyes.
Yes.
Let Me Go Rock and Roll.
Yes.
She.
Yes.
Plaster Caster.
Not the favorite
No.
one.
Okay.
I like it a lot, but it's not my
Okay.
song anymore.
What else are your favorites?
Oh, you're missing like two very important ones.
I'm sure I know them. Obviously, I know them.
Do you want a hint?
Yeah, give me a hint.
Whee!
Oh, Firehouse, of course. Yeah, she played it on bass. She could play it on bass. Yeah, Firehouse, of course.
Yeah.
And give me another hint.
I don't know if you just said that or not. It's a pronoun.
I said she.
Oh, well, that's the one. Oh, it's a number.
A number.
The title is a number.
Not Christine 16.
No.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Uh,
5, 6, 7, 8.
100.
Oh, 100,000 years. Oh, I don't think I
Yes.
would have guessed that as one of your
Oh
favorites.
yeah. I
All right.
love. Well, we'll get to
Okay.
that.
Well, anyway, I thought you got to choose a lot. I love that riff, the way Paul Stanley holds it, that sustain. One of the best solos ever, no?
Yeah. Yes. The solo is here, but the whole song is like.
All right.
But the whole solo didn't.
All right. Next is Firehouse.
Oh, Firehouse. One of my most favorite songs. I don't know why it just puts me in a good mood. I love the rhythm. I remember it was one of the first songs I listened to, and it was so amazing to me to hear like that fire alarm. Is that what you call it?
Siren.
The siren, and of course, then when you watch them perform, when he does the whole.
No,
fire
I was out of
thing.
order. Hotter Than Hell was next. Sorry,
Yeah.
I missed Hotter Than Hell.
I'm into Firehouse now.
Oh, we're a little bit out of order. That was my.
And I love how at the end he just goes.
Firehouse.
Firehouse.
Woo!
And
Oh
then
yeah.
you hear the alarm going.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just such an original song.
She'll adore you
Yeah.
and
I
she'll
just
follow you.
love the rhythm. I don't know. One of my top 5 Kiss songs.
Yeah.
For sure.
I skipped Hotter Than Hell.
Yeah.
We gotta get this place hotter than hell.
I can't stand Paul Stanley talking, yelling.
It was okay back
the
then,
crowd.
but that he still does it now, croaking out the words. It's enough already, Paul.
I don't know if it was okay back then because I was not listening to them in the 70s. But in general, I hate it when people talk in songs. It's like, just play it.
Well, it's his
I don't want
introductions.
to hear you. I don't want your words. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't like intros. No, I don't really care for Hotter Than Hell. Hotter Than Hell. No.
That's one that I also, and again, I love it. I don't like it as much now as I did then. I thought when I was a kid, I was 6 years old, I thought, I'm listening to music where they're saying hell in the title.
Huh.
That was pretty big for me. Next, on the next side is Nothing to Lose.
Nothing to lose.
The live version, I'll talk about this first. And also I talked about this album with Jason McMaster and Jason McMaster from Dangerous Toys, Broken Teeth, Watchtower, Evil United, Cash is King, and Chris McLaren from Saigon Kick and Cold Gin, and Daniel DK from Exciter. You can check that. We talked about that, the two Kiss Alive and 2. And I talked about this then. When I was a kid, I liked it, maybe even loved it. Now, I think it's maybe in recent years my favorite song on this album. I love it. That Peter Criss wails on that song. My favorite Peter Criss vocal of all Kiss songs. Peter Criss just screams at this song. The great, Gene singing Gene singing the I guess it's like the backup, you got nothing to lose, and then Peter's singing the shake it one time for Peter and ooh baby, yeah, I love Nothing to Lose.
I like it. Not my favorite, but I like it. And in general, I like Peter Criss's vocals.
Yeah.
I love his voice. He sounds very different from all the other ones.
He's raspy.
And I like the rhythm. It's like an upbeat song that makes you happy. Not my favorite, but I like it.
All right, next, Come On and Love Me, or as Paul says, come on, that's just his introduction. Come on and love me. She's a dancer, a romancer. I'm a Capricorn and she's a Cancer. She saw my picture in a music magazine. When she met me, said she'd get me, touched her hips and told me that she'd let me. I took her hand, baby, this is what I said. I said, baby, baby, don't you hesitate, because I just can't wait.
Again, not one of my favorites. I like it, but what I like a lot is
Seems
when
that I bought
they
her the
say-
correct album. None of these songs are her
I
favorites.
have a lot of favorite ones. I'm looking down because I have my album there. I love the part when they say, "Come on and love me."
That's called the
That
chorus.
sounds very disco. And I know that you
Really?
don't like that, but I think Kiss has a lot of disco things here and there, and I think that's one of them, and I like that a lot.
All right. The next one is She.
Nope.
Parasite. God, I'm on both sides. I've mixed up the last and second last. Parasite.
Love it.
Yeah, me too.
Love it,
When
love
I
it,
was
love
a
it.
kid, that was that riff.
I've never heard a song that starts like that. And the thing that he does
The
with
slide,
bass,
yeah.
it's just fast.
She'll
and-
always be there trying to grab a hold.
I love it, love it, love it, love it. I like that. I don't know what else to say. I just love it. What else do I love
And
about
now, this
She.
is your favorite. She.
Oh,
This is one this was
love.
maybe my least favorite when I was a kid. Now it's amongst not just my favorite songs on this album, my favorite Kiss songs ever. I talked about this when I did Dress to Kill 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
That's done a real change for me. Go ahead, talk about She.
I love the way it starts.
Ella.
Ella.
Da-na,
Yeah.
da-na,
It's
and then also some great slides.
I love that. I love that. I can't put it into words.
Yeah.
Again, the first time I listened to that song, when you're listening how it starts, it's like, oh, I've never heard a song like this before. Many Kiss songs are like that, and I think that's why I like Kiss, because many songs sound very different than anything I've ever heard. And I love the rhythm. I couldn't believe that I was listening to a song that said, "When she takes off her clothes."
I thought the same thing when I was a kid. I was like, "Oh, she takes off her clothes." Oh, I want to see that.
and
Maybe I'll see that myself one day. And I'm still waiting.
Parents better never hear this. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the one that has also a very long solo.
She doesn't like the outro solo.
No. Yeah, no. I literally stop the song there. It's like, no, yeah, I'm done. Like, I can't, it's too much. I hate it when musicians take songs to show their skills. Like, that is not actually part of the song in every album that you hear.
Musical
Yeah, to me
masturbation.
it's like, okay, I'm just going to now show you what a great guitar player I am, and I'm gonna play 3 minutes of.
But at least it's a short one. Eddie Van Halen used to do live, like in concert. You play 15-minute guitar solos. This one is 3 minutes.
I
you
never
have
saw
very
Eddie
low
Van
patience.
Halen. I hate long solos, and yeah, to me it's just like, I'm just gonna show you how great I am, and that's it. But I love She.
Yeah,
Love
I think
it.
that's the one for sure so
Top
far. We'll
5.
see about the rest of
Maybe top
that,
3.
that we agree on the most, that we both together feel the strongest about as a unit. So you turn it over, and the first song on side 1 of the second record is Watching You. This was one also that I didn't like that much when I was a kid, one of my least favorites, and that's changed. I think the heavier songs, at least She and Watching You, I like them way more now than I did then. I guess when I was a kid, I liked the more kind of fun, happier songs, Strutter and Hotter Than Hell. I had the hot, you could chant it, kind of rock and roll all night. But Watching You is a top contender even for my favorite on this album. Watching You.
Yes, I love the intro. The song, I like it a lot. It's one of the favorite ones. And what you said about the heavier songs and the happier songs, I always thought that their happier songs can be translated into Spanish, and they could be like children's songs. changing lyrics because the rhythm is so like happy party, we're having a good time, everything is good. It's just happy songs. And when I remember when I told my mom that I liked Kiss many years ago, she was like, "Oh my God, that's like heavy metal, you know, like Mother's Gold, like that." But then I said, you would listen to their songs and you would like them because some of them are so happy and up tempo and they're just like, I don't know, happy songs.
Yeah.
Watching You. I like
We
it.
just did Watching You.
Yeah, I was just kind
okay,
of
you
trying
were
to remember
recapping.
it.
It's distracting me having the record here.
It's
I
helping me.
find that it's drawing my attention. 100,000 Years is next. Now, I know, what do you think of this one? This is another one similar to what we just talked about. I always loved the drum solo. I know she hates it. She was just saying she doesn't like the 2-minute guitar solo, so of course she hates the 6-minute drum solo. For me, when I was a kid, I loved the drum solo, I think, more than the song. I love everything about this song now, and I never, in all these years, 40... How long have I had this record? Since 76? What's that? 46 years? I've never, I think, skipped over the drum solo, CD or record. I never lifted the needle, but I always liked it. And I love the bass intro. Da-doom,
Oh, I love that.
da-doom, 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 da-doom. And how about the solo?
I like that. I mean, I like the part of the guitar solo. Well, I like
sing
that
it.
part.
Everything about that song is fucking awesome.
Again, it's one of those parts where you're listening to it and thinking, I've never heard anything like this before.
This
It
when
sounds so original.
When I talk about this record with Jason McMaster and Chris McClernand and Daniel DK, McClernand said, we were talking about the song, and he said he didn't know in the record, you hear the, do you feel right? And he didn't know, and I guess nobody knew until after that there were flames going up on the side, which you can't see that on a record. But then later when you know that, which, that's part of the song live, I guess.
That's
top-notch song.
Where Peter does
The drum solo, yeah. We're just talking about that. You don't like it,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, I just extract that part, and everything else is great. It's just...
Why don't you stand up for what you believe in? Come on, get up, woo!
No. Well, anyway, I love Ace Frehley's skill. It's just, where does he come up with those riffs? It's things that I've never heard before. It's just very different. Love it.
Black Diamond is next. Diamante Negra.
Black Diamond. That's the one that the end was
slowed down on the studio version. Yeah. I think they did that. If you don't know what she's talking about, it was on the first Kiss album. It was the last song. They slowed it down. It was, and they slowed it in the studio, of course. After they slowed it down, I think that was to extend the album. The album was kind of short, so they slowed it down to make it a little bit longer. Go ahead.
The funny thing about that song, again, it's the first time I heard it was in the Greatest Hits album that I bought. It wasn't an album, it was a cassette, and I used to play it in a Walkman. And I remember the first time I listened to that song, and the ending started going like that.
Batteries were dying?
My battery's dying in my Walkman, and I remember opening it and trying to figure out what was going on. And then I realized, the song goes like that. Oh my God, that's so original. That's crazy. I just love that. I love that song, and I love Peter Criss's vocals. I love how he says Black Diamond with his voice all love it. I love that song.
That's kind of an ensemble. Paul sings the beginning and plays the guitar. Peter sings it. It's Gene has some good backing vocals in that one. That's a Paul Stanley composition. Yeah, he wrote it. Peter Criss
Okay.
sings the lead. That's it for Black
Yeah,
Diamond.
I like it.
Flip it over, and the first song is Rock Bottom. Da-na-na-na, 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 Rock Bottom.
Normal, not my favorite.
Okay.
I like it.
I
but
loved it
it's
then, love it now.
Not one of my favorite ones.
What's the famous quote that Paul Stanley says?
Oh, when he goes, people?
No? After the introduction in the unplugged version, it's acoustic. Oh my God. I quote this all the time.
I'm sure you do. I read
So do you. Now it
yeah. No, it gets rough.
now it gets rough. That's he doesn't say it like that. He says now it gets
Yeah,
rough.
now it gets rough.
When it goes from the rock bottom intro to the I can't wait a day. Now it gets rough.
Yeah.
Daniel DK mentioned that too. He likes that too. That's cool. Now
Yeah,
it gets
that's
rough.
true. Every time we listen to a song that by any artist,
Yeah,
it
this
goes
is not for Kiss. This is for
mellow
anything.
and then goes heavy, we always say, now it goes.
Now it gets rough.
Now it
Now
gets rough. Yeah, I like it, but it's not my favorite.
All right. Cold Gin.
I don't like it.
Because the intro?
No, I've never liked Colin. I've never liked it. I don't know. The lyrics, I think, are very unintelligent, unoriginal. I don't know. I just don't. Even though it's an Ace Frehley song, it was my favorite. What do you think about that, Colin?
That's one, I think I don't like it as much now as I did back then, but I still love it. That's maybe one of Paul's, if I had never heard it before and I heard his intro now, I would probably think it's pretty stupid. But I like Cold Gin. I got tired of that one, but it's cool. Got great.
Yeah,
The middle part.
I like that part of it. And we always say that also.
Yeah, and I think if I remember, Gene wrote that part, but he let Ace use it. I think that's a Gene part.
Yeah, I like that guitar riff, but other than that, I'm not.
I tell you something. When you're down in the dumps and you need something to bring you up, there's only one thing that's going to do it the way you want it. What's that?
Colin!
I can't hear you.
Colin!
Cold Gin.
You're ready to be the master of a band.
Yeah, people, I tell you, a lot of I was talking to somebody backstage before, and they would tell me there's a lot of you people out there that like to drink vodka and orange juice.
And of course, what he was not talking to anybody.
I know it's getting so hot outside. There's got to be some people out there that like to drink tequila. Because when it's hot, what goes better than tequila to cool yourself off? All right. Rock and Roll All Night, next. I've talked about that many times. Loved it as a kid. I don't dislike it now.
It's a very happy song.
I'm just tired of it. Enough.
Yeah, it's one of those songs that you're tired of it. It's a very good song. It's happy. It's their signature song. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows that song, even if you don't like it. Of course, it's a good song. I like it. But yeah, it's been overplayed.
All right.
I like it a lot.
And back then, they didn't close with it. They closed with the next song. Although maybe this is not necessarily how they played the concerts. Let Me Go, Rock and Roll, one of your favorites.
Love it. Again, it just puts me in a good mood. It's just a happy song. Just let me go rock and roll. It's just a
Rock and roll.
happy message. And normally, out of songs, what I like the most about a song is the music, not so much the lyrics. Or I don't pay that much attention to the lyrics. First of all, I always forget them. I can never remember lyrics. And maybe it's my DNA, because my father used to be a musician and make the music of the songs, not the lyrics. I just feel more inclined to like the music of the songs.
You're drifting again.
And but I like the lyrics of that song. It's just happy.
Because baby's got the feeling, baby wants to know, baby wants to tell you, baby has to show, yeah.
Yeah, not great lyrics, but it's just, the whole thing is just overall happy song. Let's go party and rock and roll.
All right.
Tell me that it doesn't put you in a good mood. That song is
That song or this album?
Yeah,
oh yeah,
that song.
yeah. Well, it is the last two songs. They both have rock and roll in the title, and they are for sure the most. I guess that's why they play them last. Even back then, they were crowd pleasers. They got the asses out of the seats. They made you do this. I believe "Let Me Go Rock and Roll" was playing while this picture was taken.
Oh yeah, that was in the concert. During the concert, no, it wasn't. Okay. I am a bit gullible. Yeah, the lights are on.
Yeah, so there you go. That's yours to keep.
Oh, thank you so much. This is a great gift. I
She'll
will.
never listen to it.
I will always like Kiss and will hold it dear to my heart. I will listen to it. I listened to the Beatles album that you gave me. There's something about putting the album and putting the needle and going like this. I don't know. It's more ceremonial than just putting a CD or. Pressing.
Yeah, I listened to "Dress to Kill"
Something
last
in your
night, the
phone.
record, and it sucks. I mean, I would rather listen to the MP3 on my phone. It sounds way better.
It's nostalgia.
Oh, for sure. I've talked about this before since I got my record player, and even before that. The only good thing about records is the packaging, the inserts, that it's big and everything. For actual sound quality, CDs can't be beat.
Which leads me to a point. Why do
You're losing your spot every time.
20-somethings?
It's like you're in the ocean, floating around.
I'm not used to cameras. Why do 20-somethings like to buy albums?
I think it's
They
even
don't have
older than that.
nostalgia. To me, it's like, I remember how I used to have my albums.
You know what I saw in the news
Do
about a week
this,
ago?
but what?
Flip phones are coming back. Not the new flip phones that are like $1,000 with the screen that flips. The old flip phones that don't have a camera. Kids
Who wants
or
that?
generation, whatever that is, Z likes
Oh
this.
my god, everything's going backwards. But yeah, like I don't
Same with
understand why
cassettes.
a 20-year-old
Stink.
would want to buy an album. It's not sound quality, or are they better sounding now? Am I missing
It's
something?
the
Why do they like it?
they must love the total inconvenience of it, of physically putting it on, that you can't take it anywhere.
Yeah.
I guess that's what people
At
like.
least we have a reason. We remember how it used to be, and it feels nice, and that's it. But people that never lived that era, why do you like to buy this? It's inconvenient.
People like old
It's
things.
big. What do? You can't carry it. You cannot take it to a party.
It's not compact. It's not a compact disc. It's a big disc.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm very, very grateful. Thank you so much.
That's it.
Very nice.
Kiss Alive. Any last thoughts, comments?
No, it's just that, yeah, I guess you're right. Out of all the albums, this is the one that one should have in your collection as an album. And it's, I don't know, it's beautiful and perfect. Thank you so much.
All right. Is that all?
Yes.
All right. That's it for her, Lily, for me, Dan, and Ace,
Yes.
Gene, Peter, Paul. That's why we're together right now, because of them, and why
We got
I think we
Twitter,
both,
first
yeah,
place.
and why we both love music. And we only saw Kiss together once in 2010.
Oh, not a shame.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, I
so
saw them by myself in Fort Worth, Texas.
and with Pantera, you saw with
With
Pantera.
Pantera, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Not
So
greatest.
that's it. So for all of these guys and the
Goodbye from
makeup,
Kiss
and for her
headquarters.
and for me, my cat has been down here all this time. Yes, from Kiss headquarters. That's all. See ya.